Okay, so I'm going to walk you guys through my process of using the stock market today. There was one that was super good in the morning that I caught before it moved, but it was Chinese, so that's what made me instantly walk away from it when I first spotted it in the pre-market. But it had news and low float. Everything else was good to go. But yeah, it's just about staying focused. Yeah, I lost a little bit of money today, but this whole lesson is just about stopping a loss. Like some people, like how I was. The reason why I'm so strict today is because yesterday, September 10th, is going to be the last day where I hold on to a losing, where I do not have a significant stop loss. I had a note. Remember yesterday I said I would have a note next to me to say to know my stop loss before I get in. I was super mathematical. I didn't even trade until after market, after 4 p.m. Matter of fact, I didn't even get into a stock until after 6. So yeah, yeah. But the thing is, what I was saying to myself is textbook, just straight textbook. Except the one thing that was going didn't have news. But yeah, I was pretty much. It took me a very long time scrolling. I would look at stocks below the MACD, below the MACD. This is below, no, VWAP. Below the VWAP, MACD's negative. Then I'll go to the next thing. Close to VWAP, MACD's negative. This is the one that I saw. This was the perfect setup right here that you're looking at. That right there. I could have gotten in right there. When on that candle over candle pattern, when you saw those two red candles, I could have gotten in at the first candle over candle pattern. So yeah, and then I could have maintained a 2-to-1 profit to loss ratio. As far as my take profit would be twice as big as my stop loss. So yeah, this one was the good one. Mosu. And this one is not good. A big red volume bar and a gigantic a topping tail. But on the 5 minute, it looks better, I guess. And then I went ahead and missed this move. So, oh well. But yeah, if the setup's just not looking good, if I see topping tails and stuff like that, I can avoid stuff. Let other people capitalize on dips. Let other people capitalize on a bounce off the 9 EMA, 20 EMA, or the VWAP. So yeah, you're gonna see a lot of that. I randomly put I'm fat. But yeah, shorts are really coming for everything. And tomorrow I'm also going to be like very strict, except I'm also going to make sure it has news. Reason I got into that one stock after 6 p.m. is just because nothing had news. But my thing is to just be textbook, straight textbook. Like don't get caught up in anything. Just the first thing I do from now on, from September 11th onward, I'm going to be super strict because I've been day trading for 6 months, or at least trying to, and I lost so much money. I would have to get up to 4,000 or some shit like that in order to be at a lifetime high as far as my trading portfolio. Yeah, I was about to walk away. I eventually went to. There was a point where I was looking around, couldn't find anything after that one Chinese stock. After I missed that one, I was so disappointed because I just wanted to make a big profit today. But the market doesn't care about your emotions. Yeah, the good stock was Mogu, Mogu, and that other stock was missing a line at the 9:30 a.m. mark. So yeah, these people are giving bad stocks. For some reason, I decided to look at stocks that were negative. So, but yeah, I created like another screener as a joke. But I am gonna take that down. It was a screener that was just called negative, and it was just where is it? This BS stocks that had a relative volume between 3 and 5, and the daily percent change was down more than 10%. Was yeah, down more than 10%. Let me delete this. Click. But yeah, I went to sleep. You around 10:24 and woke up around 11:44. You would have seen that gap in time. Boo. Right there. I was like, because that just wasn't working out. And this was approaching the end of the day. And you're going to see, as soon as the day ends, you're going to see that I'm identifying a lot of stuff. And I'm just being super strict about that. And knowing exactly what my stop loss is. Something got stuck in my throat. I was eating one of those pits from a tangerine. It has an almond in the middle or something like an almond. I was wondering why Warner Bros. Was up. Warner Bros. Brothers Discovery. This one's not good. Yeah, and then we're approaching the end of the day. I'm going to open up this soy sauce because right here I have a hot bowl of rice and then tofu curls on top and also red beans. What are these? Yeah, red kidney beans. So I'm just going to go ahead and crack open this soy sauce. But there's Sosuke Oizen. I was about to say that. You're going to see right here that as we're approaching the end of the day, I'm just like, I'm going to be absolutely cutthroat. And I was wondering to myself, how often do stocks move up after the market closure, after 4 p.m.? And I just said, I'll wait and see. I was looking for stuff that people were saying was going to go up. Somebody purchased 10,000 shares of something that wouldn't even gain any steam. But the answer is yes, stuff was coming up after hours as the minutes rolled by. You can see all these ones that are just now coming up. Those were up after hours. And yeah, you can see all of those. You can see the zoomed out chart. But yeah, you can see new opportunities. The only problem is that so much stuff goes up for 1 minute nowadays. After that 4,000% mover on Monday, everything that goes up for 1 minute or less than 5 minutes. You have less than 5 minutes to profit. Here, price versus VWAP. Where's price? Over or above? Does it have news? What's the float? And is it Chinese, Taiwanese, Singaporean, or Cantonese? There we go. Yeah, here's the price in VWAP. I said it's around VWAP. Big volume bar, big topping tail. MACD's negative, and I kept scrolling through like a round robin tournament style thing. I kept like a rotating, what's it called? Like a wheelhouse. Under VWAP and the MACD's negative, all these. I scrapped this because it gave back its entire move, the whole move. It was like less than 10%. I think at some point, that high ho went yeah, it is negative. And after hours. And yeah, here, this is right here. I just focus on the price action and news and stuff. The company I traded today was not Chinese, it was Swiss. Somebody said Swiss, the company's Swiss, meaning they're neutral and they have money. So, yeah, after hours. I was just like, I just kept on. I had two stocks that were close to VWAP, and the ones OnFo and HiHo I had to kill off. I scrapped both of those. I was still watching those top 5. I kept clicking on them and saying out loud to myself in a low voice, under VWAP, click, under VWAP, click, under VWAP, MACD negative, click, under VWAP, MACD negative, click, over VWAP, MACD negative. And then WTO, it was around VWAP for such a long time, pretty much at VWAP. Let's see. I was like, at VWAP, MACD negative. And then at some point, something turned positive. ADXN, right there. That was one that I could have gotten in on, but I missed out on it. And I ended up losing money on that one because I was waiting for my actual perfect setup. I was waiting for an official candle to close red. And then right here was perfect. But as long as it stayed above the halfway point, I was going to get in. But ideally, the problem here is that it usually comes up after 3 or 4, after 2 or 3 candles max. 2 candles, but 3 max at the absolute most. But it was down for 4, and there's no news, which was not textbook. But I was very technical, though. I ended up getting out early. I didn't wait for it to come all the way down under the number 14. This is where I got in at 6:11 p.m. And then this is basically just a class, just being completely robotic. And this is going to turn green on the 1 minute and hopefully stay green on the 5 minute chart. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I was looking at. And then I pretty much sold when it would not go over the previous red candle before I stepped in. So yeah, well, it didn't go to my profit target, and it was just still bouncing around. And I was like, let me just get out of this. Let me just cut my lot. I went to 14.90. I could have put my limit sell at 14.95, and I have 444 items within this whole thing, so that's cool.